Welcome to DEMOCREPUBLIX, where we cover the real news that matter to we the people. I'm going to apologize ahead of time for the profanity that I'm going to be using in this video. I normally don't use profanity, but this video calls for profanity. According to the Daily Caller, Kathy Griffin calls Kevin Hart a pussy for not condemning Trump. Comedian Kathy Griffin attacked fellow comic Kevin Hart for not condemning President Trump in his routine in an interview with USA Today last week. Quote, "I do feel like this is such an anxiety-ridden time for everyone that there is a thirst for all kinds of comedy," Griffin stated. "And look, if you want to not hear about Trump at all, go see Kevin Hart," she continued. "He doesn't even mention Trump. I personally think that's a pussy move because he's a black man, but I guess he's selling more tickets than I ever will," unquote. I'm going to stop right here. So just because you're black, you're supposed to not be for Trump. I'm black. I'm an African-American. I'm for Trump. So am I not supposed to be for Trump? I don't go off of the media, the fake news that's try to point him out to be racist and all this other stuff that they try to put on him. All that mainstream media bullcrap. And 90% of the news is negative on Trump anyway. I've never been a person to take what other people say. I go off of people's actions, not what other people say. And by Trump's actions alone, he done more for black Americans than Obama did in his total 8 years. Unemployment is at a record low. You got a bunch of black businesses and minority businesses in general starting up. He got a whole program to help minorities get loans and stuff like that. Something Obama have never done. I mean, there's so many things I can go off of the stuff that Trump did for black Americans that the news is not even talking about. But let's go back. Let's go back to this report. USA Today did not publish Griffin's comments about Hart, although they confirmed she said them to the Washington Free Beacon. Griffin is attempting to relaunch her career after the disastrous turn it took last year when she posted a photo holding Trump's decapitated, bloody head. CNN fired her for the picture. Prior to the photo, she had been very critical of the president and has continued to be so since being let go. The interview focused on Griffin's Laugh Your Head Off comedy tour, which is scheduled to begin later this week. The name of her show is in reference to that photo. And Kathy Griffin, she's a horrible, horrible person, I believe. She never really been funny at all. I don't think I laughed at her jokes at all. And for her to come out attacking a comedian because he's black, he's not talking about Trump in his comedy. First of all, Kevin Hart is one of the funniest people out there, and he don't need to be splitting his fans up by talking about political stuff. He talk about the life that he lived, the stuff that he see, his trials and tribulations, and he's funny. And you can't get mad at the man for talking about what he want to talk about. You can talk about whatever you want to talk about in your comedy, and that nobody's even paying attention to because you're not even funny. And you got places like SNL, that's all they talk about is Trump. People is getting tired of hearing about stuff like that. So I suggest you to switch it up a little bit and maybe start talking about something else other than Trump if you want to be successful in your career, because people are just getting tired of hearing the same old corny jokes about Trump. And that severed head thing that she did last year was just horrible. But let me know what you think. Leave your comments below. Hit that subscribe button and check out DEMOCREPUBLIX.com for the latest in news. Let me know if y'all think Kathy Griffin is funny or not. Until next time. We living on real